you doing? Amazing. We're on. We're ready. We're on fire. All right. Today I'm starting, says Rabbi Nachman of Breslov. This is one of the craziest Torahs. We are so spoiled because every single night I say it's the deepest and deepest and deepest of Torahs from Rabbi Nachman. And it really is. This is such a deep Torah. So let's get into it. Today I am starting new. I'm starting fresh. All right, Hyman, you ready? It's so big. During your we are in the sugya of Hibodadu right now. We've been going over it over the past week and a half, and we are continuing. Today I'm starting. During your Hibodadu, it is good to say, says Rabbi Nachman, today I'm starting to attach myself to you. Make a new start each time, because everything that comes later is always in accordance with the beginning. All right, so there's a couple things that are going on here. Number one, it's always the beginning. When you think it's the end, it's really new. And that's what Rabbi Nachman is saying here in my eyes, right? When we do Hibodadu with Hashem, when we start our day off, we say, today I am starting to attach myself to you. But Rabbi Nachman is saying, this is not just happening in the morning time and that's it, just once a day. This could happen multiple times a day. This could happen 10 times a day, 15 times a day. You know, for me, like I was watching a YouTube clip today, and this is a perfect example. You watch a YouTube clip, you're so consumed with the content, and then you get off the YouTube, you're like, I feel like garbage right now. But that's dafka the time where you say, I'm attaching myself to you right now. And you go listen to a song, you go call a friend, you go listen to a shir, you go learn Gemara, you go daven mincha. Right? Those are dafka the times where you say, I'm attaching myself to you. Let's go further. Right? Because when you think at the end of the YouTube clip, it's the end. It's really the beginning. It's chadash. A lot of people are leaving. I don't know what this is. Maybe this Torah is way too intense, way too scary, but let's continue. No matter what happens, it is always good to make a new start each time and say, today I am beginning. If things were already good, now they will be even better. And if they were not good before, then you certainly need to start anew. This is unbelievable Torah from Rabbi Nachman, right? Today I am beginning, right? At first it was a start, but we know that there's an end, but there's no end. There's just a beginning. It's always anew. It's always the chadash, right? So you could be, like I said, I brought up those examples like in the afternoon, when you're playing video games, when you're not being so productive with your time. Today, I am beginning. Right? Because you could think it's the end, but really it's just the beginning. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I understand what I'm saying. But no. But this is the craziest thing, Joe. I know you're nodding your head. You're getting very excited right now. I wrote this 2 years ago during my Shana Aleph. We'll see what I had to say. Welcome, Max Wiedehorn. Haven't seen you in a while. It's beautiful to see your face. Every end, and this is Shana Aleph, Jack Stepner. Every end has a beginning. Start now. Right now, I have 2 weeks left of yeshiva. My mindset is that it's the beginning. That's exactly what it is. People think when you have two weeks left of yeshiva, when it's Pesach break, that it's the end. But really, that's the time, that is dafka the time where you start. Where you start renewing yourself over and over and over again. Right? Donnie gave us advice to Aaron Ross. Aaron Ross is not on with us tonight, but Aaron Ross is like, I'm bugging out. I have a short amount of time left with the yeshiva. I don't know what to do with myself. And Donnie gave him the eitzah that Rabbi Nachman is giving us right now. Start new. Right now is the time. There's no end. It's always the beginning. Rabbi Nachman is stressing that to us, and we should always feel that way in our service to Hashem and with ourselves as well. And this is not just a one-time thing like I mentioned at the beginning. This could happen 20, 25 times a day. And it's good motivation because you're always starting new. You're always starting fresh. There are some drinks at Rebar, the fresh drinks. We're mamash a fresh drink. It's what we are. So Mirz Hashem, we should always feel fresh. We should always feel new. And that will give us a new meaning and motivation to ourselves and our avodas Hashem and Mirz Hashem. And we could continue to attach ourselves to Hashem through that way. I don't know if that made sense. Any questions, comments, disagreements? A lot of talking on my part. I'm sorry.
I'll go.
By the way, I lost my voice with the Rosh Chodesh meeting this morning with Rav Yair. That's why it's a little horsey. But anyways, John, yeah, sorry.
All good. It's all good. You were singing praises to Hashem. That's it's worth it. Regards to new, like there's a when it comes to repenting, the dialectic between Rav Kook and Rav Soloveitchik. It seems that the difference is it renewing or unnewing, which though unnewing is not a word, I think it's a word, should be, making anew essentially. And Rav Kook is all about, and it's not just tshuva, it's really everything in Rav Kook's philosophy. It's like returning to yourself, going back to the primal state. And Rav Soloveitchik, I'm pretty sure in the Gemara it says you should change your name and a bunch of other things, and therefore that punishment won't actually hit you because, let's say it was a lightning bolt, it wouldn't hit you because that person wouldn't exist anymore. You become a new person. And in a way, there are two different ways of understanding what newness is. And though Rabbi Nachman is more in the mystical sphere, I would assume he's more in the Kook renewal camp. But I think it honestly doesn't make a difference. It's irrelevant. How do you make yourself new? And either camp works, but at the end of the day, I think there, at least in the Hasidic mystical way, there's a sense that your innate self, intuitively, is a beautiful soul, good, holy, and every morning, this doesn't just happen when you falter and sin, but you're not necessarily feeling it that morning. You don't want to go to Midian, you want to do this, and you just return to your initial state of your a priori state of holy or good, and thus are sort of reflecting and returning to, okay, this is my renewal, this is who I am, and restarting in a sense, starting fresh. And again, even if you take the Rav Soloveitchik approach, you're starting new. This is a new blank slate. And I think that at the end of the day, that both visions do portray a sense of no matter what, each day, each moment, maximize in the sense of I am making this new. This is a new state, whether it's kind of returning back to a primal state of passion or making a new passionate individual.
Unbelievable, John. You just summarized the whole Torah, and that's why we need people like you. Thank you so much for that. Anyway, no, I'm being serious. Donala, Joshua, Hyman, Tamar, Daniel, you have anything to say? Anything to
Rebs?
Yeah.
Rebs, I just want to say I'm here with Reb Owen over here, but
I thought that was Max.
Obviously mamish like the only like exercise I've ever gotten is like getting out of bed, and I came back and Owen's like, let's play some ball, and we got into a little disagreement, I guess, about driving to the court or walking to the court. And I think like now I understand, like if you drive, you're going to play basketball and then you leave. It's just an end. You're driving to it's a means to an end. But now after our basketball game, I'm feeling good. He obviously beat me 21-0 and he gave me 2 points. But now, because we have to walk back, it's just the beginning. We extend our basketball game even after the basketball game. So I think we should always be looking for that outlook where we're not just trying to get to somewhere, but we're trying to extend something.
It's a very interesting way of looking at it, extending. And that's beautiful, Donnie. And that's why we call you Mariana.
Wait, hold up. Owen has a question now.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to end at some point.
His question is there ever an end? Doesn't it ever end at a certain
keep
point?
Trying to extend your happiness, then you'll just get sad.
Say it. What did you say?
You can't keep trying to extend your happiness, because then you just get sad. You have to find like different things. That can't just keep extending this one thing that makes you happy, because then you just get tired of it.
So strong.
If I may chime in, I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. I think you could, one, always see your actions as the beginning, but in the sense that Jonathan spoke about, whether it's renewal, returning back to yourself, or actually renewing your own soul, that could be towards the end of the process. It could be in the ending. It's just about making the most out of each and every moment and seeing that in yourself. And in terms of happiness, I think that's what this is really trying to bring, that it doesn't always have to be the moment where you really started, but it's about making it a new moment in and of itself. That could be at the end of the timing, but it's not necessarily a time thing. You don't have to view it on that spectrum, but more about refreshing your soul, and make the most out of each moment, because it is a new moment. You know, today is 9/16, on Sunday, March 14th, 2021. And this is a moment that's never happened again in time. It's never going to happen. It never has happened previously. And that's what it means that today and this moment is anew.
That's beautiful. Owen, I don't know if you heard that answer. Donnie, did he hear it?
He gives approval.
All right, that's amazing. Hyman, this is just beautiful. I'm speechless. Like, just with all the inputs and all the Torah that's being shared right now, and think about where we started and where we ended off, but really where we're beginning, because there's no end, right? But it's beautiful just to hear you guys and develop this Torah with me. It's so beautiful. And I just want to open it up to anyone else. Daniel, Tamar on the bus. Anyone else? Beautiful. So, wow. I mean, this is just one of the more special nights, because we don't usually get so many people adding their ideas and unmuting themselves. So thank you for that. Thank you for interacting. And it's always a two-way street. I say that all the time, but I just want to wish you guys health in every aspect of life. Oh, Samson Schiff is on. Samson, do you have anything to say? We're talking about renewing yourself. And it's always the beginning.
Anything to say? Yeah, I do. I'm sorry I missed this all this time, but I just got here, so I'll say something quick. Every single second you could renew yourself, and I'm sure Jack said this 100 times already.
I didn't say every second, but I limited
every single second. Oh, I said something bad to someone? Not new again.
No, but that's Dafka. And that's why, Samson, it's so beautiful that you came on and shared that, because that answers, I think, Owen's question. And that encapsulates, that summarizes this whole chabura tonight, that every single second we can renew ourselves, and every single second is the beginning, right? And there is a process, 1,000%, and there's a beginning to the process. And there may seem like there's an ending, but really the ending is the beginning. And Donnie mentioned this a million times. Like when you climb a mountain, right, you could either say, I'm done, right? And just, you're done hiking, or you could look for the next mountain, because there's no end. There's just an infinite amount of mountains that we need to climb. And that always stuck with me. And Samson, that was just so beautiful as we're exiting this Torah. We're never exiting this Torah, but exiting this chabura for the night. But thank you for sharing that. If you want to call Rav Levi Yitzchak Ben Sarasasha, you can for us before we.
We call on Rav Levi Yitzchak Ben Sarasasha.
Mirza Hashem, we should all be healthy in every aspect of our lives. And if we ever need a call, we all should feel like we can call Ribbon Shalom, but also Rav Levi Yitzchak Borditchev. And Mirza Hashem should be successful in every aspect of life, whether you're in TVA, getting ready for Pesach break, or you're on Pesach break, whether you're in the army, going to base right now, whether you're in Ariel University, connecting bridges, connecting Am Yisrael, or whether you're on the basketball course with your younger brother, getting beaten 21-0, or whether you're Mamash and Herzliya, studying Gov. Mirza Hashem should be successful, and we'll continue tomorrow night.
Amen.